They're describing these two speeds for us. You have speed of an e-scooter called X. Speed of a pedestrian is given by Y. And it's normally distributed with this means and variance given. For Y, everything is unknown. So they gave you two probabilities that are equal, ask you to find mu and also the sigma. Okay, let's recall again. Two probabilities are equal. What do? Let's draw a simple normal distribution curve. It's trying to say that the area to the left of 5.2, if we look at this particular area, it will be equal to the area after 7. It is symmetrical for a normal distribution curve, and these two have the same areas. So if you want to find your mean, which is the value in the center, then to find mean, always treat it as the midpoint. Hence, you can take 5.2 plus 7 multiplied by 2. Okay, that gives me a 6.1. Okay, second, we need to solve for the unknown sigma that appears over here. You can choose one of the probabilities. I can take, for example, the left side equals to 0.379 and start from there. Okay, so probability y less than 5.2 is 0.379. Unknown for sigma can standardize. So let's change to AZ. We go for 5.2 minus your mean divided by standard deviation. Okay, so this value we can simplify nicely. And on the right hand side, we go for inverse norm of this number. So inverse norm will give me, let me just write in the numbers, get this value, and you can then solve for your sigma, which we will get 2.92. Okay, part 2. They say that speed for half of the e-scooters measured are found to be within a km per hour of the mean. Let's solve for A. I want to touch on that phrase within A first. Might be hard for you to write in an equation, but when you see the phrase within A, it must mean that a certain modulus difference is less than A. Within A has the same effect of something is less than A. So that something will be a difference between two values. So you are going to think about what minus what is less than A. So it's within A of the mean. Mean for X is 12.3. What difference with this mean is less than A? The other word they use is e-scooter. E-scooters are found to be within a km of the mean. So we should have this to be X minus your 12.3. Okay, this is how we will interpret. When you see the phrase within A, certain difference modulus will be less than A. So let's start forming the equation. I do part 2 below. We want probability mod X minus 12.3 less than A. And what's the chance of this probability appearing? It's half. So you put this to be half. I need you to recall that whenever your equation already have X minus mu, okay, this is your mu, X minus mu appears, the next step naturally should be to change to Z. Because from X minus mu to become Z, we will just need to divide by sigma. So we will divide by root 9.9, divide by the SD. Okay, and that's because doing that will arrive at Z. So you get mod Z. We open up this modulus For mod less than, later we cover again, but for less than, it will be in between. This will be inverse norm center. Okay, remember in between two values, you go for center. So after you inverse norm, you get two numbers. I'm going to write the one on the right. You can choose to compare the left or right. So for the one on the right, we will get this value for us to solve for our A. So your A will be 2.12. Okay, then part 3. They give me now the speed for 6 e-scooters, 15 pedestrians. Can we find the probability now that you have mean speed? Mean speed means the average speed of the e-scooters. I want it to be more than twice the mean speed of your pedestrians. We start thinking through as per how the equation can be formed first. Mean speed for e-scooters, so I'm looking at x bar, must be more than twice the mean speed of the pedestrians given by y. And to solve for any normal distribution probability, remember you should move all the variables to one side. Right-hand side, leave it as a constant. Need not be 0, can be any other value, but leave it as a constant. So to find this distribution, you need to start with the x bar distribution. Okay, let's take reference to the mean and variance. So x bar distribution, mean is 12.3. Variance, you have 6 e-scooters, so we should take 9.9 over 6. For x bar, formula is variance over n. Y bar, similar. Mean is 6.1. I use back the values found in part 1 of the problem. Mu is 6.1. Your variance will be 2.92 squared divided by 15. And we form our new mean and variance. I would like to find this distribution. So we quote the expectation first, the mean. Use the numbers that we have above. For mean, straightforward, follow the same signs. 12.3 minus 2 times 6.1. Variance is the one that we have to be a little bit more careful. Variance x bar is 9.9 over 6. Then we plus 2 squared. Remember, variance always plus coefficient squared. And we multiply to this. You need to code the distribution once you are done. So you still need to write back that it is a normal distribution and fill in the parameters. Only after you are done, you can go back to your equation and solve with normal CTF from there. More than 0, the key to the GC.